Hello, welcome students, welcome to this wonderful channel Unacademy JEE English. So we are doing a sprint for IIT JEE exams. So today our topic is Maxima and Minima. It is a very important topic and we will be doing a lot of interesting problems. Basic ideas will be used in this session, that what is a maxima, what is the condition of a maxima, what is a minima, for a differentiable function, how maxima can be find out. So these type of interesting problems we will discuss in this session. So let's start students. This is me, Umesh. I have 5+ years of teaching experience and I have done my BTech from NIT Kurukshetra and I have also qualified JEE. So just quickly subscribe to the channel Unacademy JEE English so that you can have amazing lectures at your fingertips, and also do share this video with the tag #JEELive daily so that it reaches to the maximum number of people and they can get benefit from it. And student, this is the interface that we have created, tinyurl.com/JEE mobile. It's a very simple interface to use. On this interface you can access all the lectures that we have uploaded on YouTube, but you must remember that they are on Hindi, they are in the Hindi language. If you click on the link of the lecture will start. If you click on the link of PDF will get downloaded. Okay students, and UMESHLIVE is my referral code Unacademy subscription. But I want to draw your attention towards this price drop. Recently there is again price drop in a 2-year plan, which is now the 2-year plan can be availed at 32,400 rupees. Very affordable plan. So you should go for long time plans. They will be more beneficial. You will learn more from a teacher, and price effectively that will also suits you. So UMESHLIVE is my referral code students. So let's start with the session. This is our first problem. So let's have a look who have joined us. Bratin, Ashi, Sparsh, very good. So we are doing with the first problem. Fx is given to me as 3x square plus 12x minus 1, and for x goes to -1 close to 2 close, and if x goes to open 2 to 3 close. This is the definition. Now question has asked us the incorrect statement. This is very important. This sometimes children skip this statement, that whether the question has asked us correct or incorrect statement. So what will I'll do? I'll just plot the graph of the function. For -1 to 2, this is a quadratic graph, and this quadratic is very simple. I am not interested in the roots. What I want to just plot the graph, rough graph. The vertex of this quadratic is -b/2a, so it is -12/6. It is at -2. Okay, and this is a straight line. So let's plot the graph. This is my y-axis, this is my x-axis, and this is the point -1, and this is the point 2. These are the points that we need to very specifically focus about. Okay, very good. Yeah, recommended books is the Shingage. So now let's start with the session. At x is equal to -1, this value will come out to be -10. It will be something negative, but I have clearly mentioned that the vertex is -2. So vertex will be in the left hand side of -1. At 0 it is -1. So the graph will be something like this, continuously increasing graph, because vertex is at something -2. So I'm not careful about that, because the domain is -1 to 2. At x is equal to 2 it is close, and value at x is equal to 2 we need to find it. So f of 2 will come out to be just put x is equal to 2. So 12 plus 24, 36 minus 1, it will be 35. I think till now everybody must have understood what I have done. Very good. So this point has coordinates 2, 35. So now next proceed with the graph. Now after x greater than 2, this equation becomes the definition, and at x is equal to 2, this is approaching to 35, and after if you increase the value of x, it will decrease the value of this value of this line 37 minus x, because it is negative. Therefore this after this point the graph will be something like this, and this line will equation have 37 minus x. So this is the graph of fx that I am concerned about, but I need to draw it only x is equal to 3. So there is no need to draw the full graph. We will draw the graph only till 3. So at 3, this is the definition till 3. I think everybody must have got the idea of how to plot the graph. Now at looking at this graph, I can easily say that it is continuous from -1 to 3, and constraints on this graph. F dash of 2 does not exist because I can easily say that this is a sharp point, or you can find out by differentiation. And fx is equal to 2 has maximum value at x is equal to 2. Yes. So this is the right statement, because fx at x is equal to 2, this value is 35, and in the left hand side of 2 it is less than 35, and it is on the right side of 2 it is also less than 35. Therefore f of 2 become maxima. The condition of maximum, you must understand that f of 2 should be greater than its left neighborhood, and it should be greater than its right neighborhood. This is the definition of maxima. This is the fundamental definition of maxima. We do not I'm not concerned about differentiability, continuity. I don't care about that. Basic definition of maxima is this: at any point, if function needs to be its maxima, this inequality should be satisfied. So this is satisfying here, that at 2 it is 35, and in the left neighborhood of 2 it is less than 35, in the right neighborhood of 2 it is less than 35. Therefore 2 is the maxima. Got my point? So the wrong statement will be A for Agra. Fx is increasing on -1 to 2 close. This statement is wrong, because why? On 2 close it is not increasing, because 2 close has become maxima. Sorry, because exactly x is equal to 2 has become maxima. Therefore at 2 we cannot say that the function is increasing. Therefore the close bracket, because of this close bracket, this statement becomes incorrect. I hope everybody got the answer. Very good. Next question. Consider the function fx is equal to x square minus x sin x minus cos x. Then the statements which holds good are. This is the options. So I am considering this function. F of x is given to me as x square minus x sin x minus cos x. Very simple function. Fx is equal to this. Now just apply the derivative. F dash x will come out to be, this is 2x minus derivative of x is 1, so sin x plus x as it is, and derivative of sin x is cos x, and derivative of minus cos x will be minus sin x, so it will be plus sin x. And after simplification, sin x gets cancelled, so it can be written as twice of 2x minus x cos x. It can be written as 2x minus of x cos x. This is the f dash x. Got my point? I think everybody must have got my point, that after differentiation it will come. Now you just take x common, so f dash x will come out to be 2 minus cos x. Till now no problem, everybody have understood it. Now student, this is a positive term. 2 minus cos x is always a positive term, because if cos x can go from -1 to 1, under any situation this factor will always be positive. This will always be positive. So the f dash x, sign scheme of f dash x is dependent on the x only. So if x is positive, f dash x is positive. If x is negative, f dash x is negative. It means, if let me write it, f dash x is less than 0 for x less than 0, and f dash x is greater than 0 for x greater than 0. Got my point? Therefore, and it is 0 at x is equal to 0, it means function is decreasing. Function is decreasing from -infinity to 0, and it is becoming, it is attaining its minima at 0, and then it is increasing. Therefore x is equal to 0 becomes the point of minima. Got my point? Because of this behavior, that it is decreasing from -infinity to 0, and then it is increasing from 0 to infinity, this point becomes minima. So the value of the function at x is equal to 0. F of 0 is equal to f of 0, just put x is equal to 0, it is coming -1. Therefore now just plot the graph of the function, that x is equal to 0, that function is -1, the function is -1, and before that it is decreasing, and after that it is increasing. I am drawing a very rough sketch. It can be like this, it can change its concavity. I am not I am not concerned about it. I just want to know that what is the range of this function, that this graph will become minimum at x is equal to 0, then it will increase. So this point will come out to be 0 comma minus 1. Now what the question has asked us, it is increasing for x less than 0 and decreasing for x greater than 0. No, statement B is false. And fx is equal to k has one solution for k less than minus 1. No, this one is also false, because if k becomes less than minus 1, then that line will not cut any graph at any point. Therefore that statement A is also wrong. Statement C is true, that at x goes to infinity or minus infinity, at both times this function approaches infinity. Okay, and statement D is zeros of fx equal to 0 lie on the same side of origin. No, fx equal to 0 lies on the either side of origin. One root is positive and second root is negative. Very good question. It was a good question. Edu Gaming, you can refer the book, Arihant Publications book for KVPY, no issue with that. Let's start with the next question. This is also a very fundamental question. You must know the definition of maxima and minima to solve these type of question. Sine of pi by 2x if x goes to close 0 to open 1, and if x greater than equal to 1, fx becomes this. Now just look at that. If x goes to 0 to 1, this argument goes to 0 to pi by 2. This argument goes to 0 to pi by 2. So the just plot the graph. I am plotting the graph 0 to 1, and after that 1 greater than 1. There is no constraint on that. Okay, so 0 to 1, the graph of the function is like sine theta at 0 equal to 0, and at 1 it is open, so it will be 1 but open 1. Got my point? Everybody got my point? Yes, very good. After that x is equal to 1. If you put the value in this definition, it becomes 3 minus 2 1, and it is close at 1. Therefore it will start from this point, and straight line with negative slope, it will be like this. So this will be the graph of fx, that is used in the question. Has a local maxima at x equal to 1? Yes, option A is correct, because at x is equal to 1 it is maximum value. In the left neighborhood it is smaller than 1, it is in the right neighborhood it is smaller than 1. So this becomes the point of maxima. These questions are really important for the fundamental understanding of maxima. That for maxima you do not need any theorem or property or special case of derivative. The simple definition of maxima is that it should be its maximum value in the neighborhood, left neighborhood and right neighborhood. That's it. Therefore answer A is the right answer. Got my point? Very good, very good. So let's try with the next question. This is a wonderful question. This is a wonderful question. If the minimum value of x1 minus x2 square is equals plus this thing is something like a root b minus a root 2 minus b whole square, then you need to find the value of a plus b. Okay, so students, this is a very complicated expression. You can get very you can get cold feet actually after seeing this question, that whether to try it or not, or just leave it. But it is a very simple question. You must understand that this expression is the distance formula of the distance between two curves, or distance between 2 points to be more specific. Okay, so this is nothing. This is the distance formula written between the 2 points which have some specific type of representation. Got my point? Now what I can understand, that sir, distance formula has appearance of something like that, like it x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square is equal to distance square. So distance formula has appearance something like it. x1 minus x2 I can easily relate because it is given, but this expression and this expression, they are very different. So don't worry about it. Just equate this one with the y1 and equate this one with the y2. You will easily then you can easily relate with the situation. So from this comparison I can easily say that y1 is equal to x1 square by 20. Got my point? Yes or no? I think everybody got my point. And from this definition you can easily say that y2 is equal to square root of 17 minus x2 and 13 minus x2 minus 13, sorry. So now some students want to multiply it. There is no need to multiply, just have some patience, things will get very easy. x2 minus 13. I think till now everything has been understood very easily. Good evening, Unique. Good evening. That if I consider that value as y1 and that value as y2, then this is the y1, this is the y2. Now from this equation I can easily comment that this is a point x1 y1 on the parabola x square equal to 20y. If I consider a point x1 comma y1, then that point should be moving on a parabola with the equation of x square equal to 20y. Got my point? Now what we should do with this equation, you need not to worry about, just square it so that square root gets eliminated. It will become y2 square, and take that expression to the left hand side. That will become x2 minus 13 is already there, and 17 minus x, negative will be created, and adjust that negative into the bracket. Just rewrite it like this, square it, take it to the left hand side, this equation will come out. Now if I look at this equation very clear, very minutely, this equation represents the equation of a circle in diametric form, whose diametric ends are 13, 0 and 17, 0. So I am not interested in finding the equation, because that will take a lot of time. You have to multiply these things. So just understand this thing, that this is a circle with the center 13, 0 and 17, 0, because this is the diametric form. Got my point? Yes or no? Very good. So the question comes to this situation, that you have a parabola x square equal to 20y. This is the parabola that the question is discussing, and you have another circle. That circle is such that its one end of diameter is what? 13, 0 and other end is 17, 0. So 13, 0 and 17, 0. This is the diametric end of circle. So the circle can be easily drawn like it. Got my point? Very good. Now what is the situation? The point that I have imagined are x1 y1 and x2 y2. So the points are x1 y1 and x2 y2. Got my point? Now these 2 points are such that one is moving on this circle and other is moving on that parabola. Now you have to calculate the situation in which the distance between these 2 points become minimum, and you need to find that minimum distance. Got my point? Now theory states that the minimum distance between any 2 curves will lie along common normal. The minimum distance between any 2 curves will lie along common normal. Therefore, what I am saying, that the minimum distance will lie along this line such that this line becomes normal for both the curves. Got my point? Now this is normal for this curve also, and this is normal for this curve also. So normal for that parabola can be very easily written, and the parabola has the equation x square equal to 20y. Got my point? Now the equation of normal, what I am writing is equation of normal for the parabola. Equation of normal for the parabola, for this parabola, this is a standard parabola of other type. This is x square equal to 20y. So for this parabola, the equation will be x plus ty equal to 2at. A is how much? 4. So 10t plus at cube, it will become 5t cube. Got my point? Generally the equation is y plus xt, but that is for the parabola y square equal to 4ax. But since this is the parabola x square equal to 4ay, so x and y will get interchanged, and this is the equation of normal of the parabola for where t is the parametric coordinate of the point which corresponds for minimum distance. Now I need to find the point. Now if this line becomes normal for this circle also, then it will pass through the center of circle, because normal of any circle passes through its center. That is the theory. So this will pass through the center. Now center of this circle will be the midpoint, which will be 15, 0. I think everybody must have got my answer. Sorry, got my point. So 15, 0. So just a y0 as y0 x 15. 1 second. Y plus xt y plus xt, so it will become x plus ty. Yes, very good. This is the situation. So 15, 0, you just put this point and Yeah, got the point. So y0 x 15. So 15t cube, sorry 5t cube, 5t cube. Just put this point in the equation of the normal and you will get the value of t. Put x15 and y0. It will become 5t cube plus 10t equal to 15. From here you can easily comment that t equal to 1. Very easy solution. From here you can easily comment that hello beta Bhanu, hello, t equal to 1. So for t equal to 1, the point that will come out to be, it will be 280. In this case reverse points will be there, 280 and 80 square. So 10,5 will be the point, and minimum distance between this point and this point will be the distance of this point from center of circle minus radius. Got my point? So minimum distance will be equal to distance between 10,5 and center. It will be 15 minus 10 square and 0 minus 5 square, 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 minus radius is 2. This is equal to whole square, minimum distance square, because we need the distance square. Therefore this will be the final expression for the minimum distance square. So if you compare it with this expression, a plus b will come out to be 7. Got my answer? Got my point? It was a wonderful question. You need to understand everything. Very good. Now let's try next question. It is a very simple question. Hello Smriti, hello. So let's try with the situation. Very simple question. This fx is given to me as fractional part function. Fundamental question have been given. Fx is given to me as fractional part function. Since I know the graph of fractional part, it is something like this. 0, 1, 2, and he is, the question is discussing the fractional part at 5. So just plot it till 5, 4, and it will be at 5. Now at 5, in the neighborhood of 5 we have to discuss that is whether is it a minima or maxima. In the left hand side of 5 it is greater than the value at 5. In the right hand side of 5 it is greater than the value of 5. So confirm that x is equal to 5 is a point of local minima. Answer will come out to be B for Bombay. Very basic question. Next question, a wonderful question. This is the best question of this session, I think. Find sum of all possible values of p for which equation x plus 1 by x minus 3 modulus equal to p minus 3 has exactly two distinct solutions. Now there are multiple ways to solve this question. What I will do, I will plot the graph of left hand side first, then I will plot the graph of right hand side, then we will discuss the question. Okay, so this expression x plus 1 by x, this is a very beautiful expression. IIT uses this expression various number of times, and this expression has range minus infinity to minus 2, close union close to infinity open. This expression has range this. Got my point? And if you subtract 3 from this expression, because you are subtracting 3 na, if you subtract 3 from this equation, x plus 1 by x minus 3 will have range minus infinity to minus 5 union minus 1 to infinity open. I think till here everybody must have got the situation. Very good logical approach, very good. Got my point? That x plus 1 by x minus 3 will belong to minus infinity to minus 5 union minus, because subtract minus 3. Got my point? Now if you plot the graph of this interval, because if you subtract minus 3, then the shape of the graph will not change, only it will shift downward, vertically downward. And I know the shape of the graph x plus 1 by x very clearly, because this is a very standard graph. You must know that this graph have shape like this and this. This has minima at x equal to 1, and this maxima is at x is equal to minus 1. This is a rough sketch of this graph. Now if x plus 1 by x, if you subtract 3 from it, then nothing will happen, that this graph will shift vertically downwards. Got my point? And so I am plotting the graph of x plus 1 by x minus 3 by taking this graph as my base graph, and it is shifting this graph vertically downwards. So the graph that will be formed, that will be, something like this, you know, this value, and in the negative side it will be something like this. Got my point? And these values have the, you know, values. This value will be y equal to -1, because in the positive it is from -1 to positive infinity. Got my point? And in the negative it will be -5, y equal to -5. This is the graph of this function, x plus 1 by x minus 3. I think till now everybody have got what I have said to you. Got it? Very good. Now after that, what I'm saying, after that, if you take modulus, because we need to take modulus, na? If you take modulus, then the graph which is below the x-axis, it will become positive and it will come above the x-axis. Therefore the graph, this will, you know, it will take its image about x-axis and it will come in this section. Got my point? And this will fold itself upward. Got my point? So I am plotting the final graph. The final graph will be something like this. This is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. Now if you want to plot the graph, it will be something like this. You know, it will be this one and this one and this one. I am not concerned about this point, that what will be the coordinate of this point. No, I am not concerned about it. What I am concerned about it, that this height will be, if this is -1 below, this height will be 1 upward. Got my point? And if you take the image of this graph in this axis, it will be something like this. It will be something like this. Got my point? Very good. So this, you know, the second section, this will have shape something like this. No, let me draw it again. It will be somewhat upward. So the shape will be something like this. And now I am plotting the, you know, range. This value will be y equal to 1, and this value will be y equal to 5. Till now I think everybody should understand this. Very good, very good. I think everybody is enjoying the session. Yes. So now this is the graph of left hand side. Till now I have drawn the graph of left hand side. So now let's discuss the graph of right hand side, which is p minus 3, and I have to solve for two distinct solutions. Okay, so just, you know, you just understand that p minus 3, the graph of this line will be, you know, a straight line parallel to x-axis, because it is constant, p is constant. Got my point? Now for this line, for any line which is parallel to x-axis, have two solution and two distinct solution. With this graph, the graph should come in this region somewhere. Got my point? If this line, you know, if this line is shifting downwards, then at y equal to 1, this line and this graph will have 3 solutions. And if, you know, if someone want to say 4 solutions, that is okay, because two are repeating at this point. So, and below that also 4 solution. And if this line is shifting upward at x equal to 5, sorry, y equal to 5, this line will have 4 solution, and above that it will have 4 distinct solution. Got my point? Got my point? Very good. Therefore, to have two distinct solution, p minus 3 should belong to, from where? Open 1 to open 5. This line should belong from open 1 to open 5. Got my point? So p should belong to open 4 to open 8. And what we need to find out? Sum of all possible integral values of p. Okay, so in this interval, the integral values of p that will come out, they will be p is equal to 5, 6 and 7, and this whole sum is, you know, 13 plus 5, 18. So till now the values of p are this, but this is not the complete solution. You should understand this. This is wonderful question, that if you shift this line further downwards, and if this line crosses from, if this line, you know, crosses from these 2 points, if this line crosses from these 2 points, then also this line and this given graph will have 2 solutions, because this 1 point and this 1 point. Therefore p minus 3 should belongs to open 1 to open 5 union it can be elemental 0, that this line becomes the x-axis itself. If p minus 3 becomes the x-axis itself, then only the curve will have two solutions. Therefore, you should include the solution which is p minus 3 equal to 0, it will be 3. So if 3 is included, the possible values of p are 3, 5, 6, 7, and whose sum is equal to 21. Got my point? It was a very beautiful question, wonderful question. So the possible values of p are 3, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, you know, we just want to thank you Jayan, thank you. We wanted to check that for how many values of p the curve will have, you know, two solutions. That's why this interval came, na, that if this line can move in this interval freely, no constraint on that. Got my point? So sum of possible values of p will come out to be 21. So this was a, you know, star mark question. You need to revise this question. Wonderful, wonderful question. Next question. Let's try the next question. This is also a wonderful question. It might seem very easy, and it can be done in multiple ways, you know, but the best way and most, you know, logically correct way to solve this one is very, very interesting. If p and q are positive real numbers such that p square plus q square equal to 1, then maximum possible value of p plus q will be. Now you can easily, you know, you can easily write q square as 1 minus p square. So you can find out the value of q, put it here, then this function, this is also completely a function of p, and you can differentiate and get the answer. That is one way. That is one way of doing it. Now just, you know, look at the second way. P square plus q square equal to 1. This we have been given in the question. Now from this equation, this is, I think this color is very light. So p square plus q square is given to us as 1. P square plus q square equal to 1. Now from this equation, I can imagine a very basic, you know, concept, basic substitution, that p can be taken as cos theta and q can be taken as sin theta, or p can be taken as sin theta or q can be taken as cos theta. Very good. Now because this satisfies this condition, na, and since they are positive, so theta belongs to first quadrant. The question has given us positive reals, therefore theta belongs to first quadrant. Very good. This also works in our favor. Now what we need to find out? We need to find out p plus q. We need to find out p plus q. Got my point? Now p plus q becomes what? Cos theta plus sin theta. Now this expression has range minus root 2 to root 2. Since theta belongs to first quadrant, this is positive, so only positive values will be, you know, will be allowed. So the maximum possible value of this function will be root 2. D is the answer. Got my point? Maximum possible value will be root 2, which will come at angle theta equal to pi by 4. If someone want to ask the angle, it can be easily found out, which is theta equal to pi by 4. Got my point? Very good, students, very good. Next question. This is also a wonderful question. Minimum radius vector of the curve a square upon x square plus b square upon y square equal to 1. Now what is a radius vector? What is this? You must understand, this type of question comes, you know, let us suppose this is a curve, any random curve, rough curve, any curve, and suppose there is a point, this one, suppose there is a point a comma b or x comma y, and let this point as x comma y, that will be more appropriate. So let this point be x comma y. Now distance of this point from origin is the radius vector. You know, this vector is radius and its modulus is called distance. Very good. Yes, logical, you know, logical approach. You are asking that secant theta tan theta bhi le sakte hain. No, secant theta tan theta cannot be taken in previous question, because in secant square theta and tan square theta, this is not the property. For that you need secant square theta minus tan square theta. For that you need p square minus q square. Got my point? So let's try with the next question. In this question, so I have told you what is radius factor. So from this graph, you can easily conclude that r cos theta, and if this is theta, this angle is theta. Okay, r cos theta will be point, coordinate x, and r sin theta will be coordinate y. Got my point? So you substitute the value of x and y in this equation so that this equation can be converted in the parameter r, which we need to minimize. So substituting the value of x and y, it will come out to be a square upon r square cos square theta plus b square upon r square sin square theta is equal to 1. This is the fundamental situation. Got my point? Now just take the r square there and it will become a square secant square theta plus b square cosecant square theta is equal to r square. So here comes the expression of r square. Now you can also differentiate it and get the value, but I am not interested in differentiating. I have discussed this expression in the previous session only, that how to minimize this expression. Just write secant square theta as 1 plus tan square theta and cosecant square theta as 1 plus cot square theta. So it will come out to be something like this: a square tan square theta plus b square cot square theta is equal to r square. Now this expression has least value how much? 2ab by AMGM inequality. I hope everybody must have watched the previous session, so they can easily relate with it. So this expression has least value 2ab, therefore r minimum square becomes a plus b whole square, therefore r minimum is equal to a plus b. So answer will come out to be C for Calcutta. Very good. Welcome Rohit Sahu, welcome. Hi beta. Got my point? Wonderful question, and even wonderful solution also. Very easy, neat and clean. You have to just think. There is no calculation, no differentiation, no integration, nothing. Basic ideas. Very good. Very good. Another wonderful question. Maximum value of fx if fx plus f of 1 by x, it is 1 by x. F of 1 by x equal to 1 by x. This you have to solve. So students, some students generally solve this type of question by putting x equal to 1 by x, so that fx will come. But in this question fx will not come, because the coefficient of fx and f of 1 by x are same. So you cannot eliminate any of them. Therefore these questions become tricky. But if there is a will, there is a way. If there is a will, there is a way. There is nothing, that's a proven fact. So I am substituting, I am using the same concept, x goes to 1 by x. If I use this transformation, this equation becomes f of 1 by x plus f of x, and this will become x. Got my point? That f of 1 by x plus f of x equal to x. Now instead of eliminating fx and f of 1 by x, you can think out of box. What is that out of box? That this is LHS and this is LHS, both are same, so RHS should be same. Therefore very interesting results have come out, that these two equations are equal, then your x should be equal to 1 by x. Since LHS are same, so RHS are also same. Therefore x equal to 1 by x. From here x square equal to 1, and here x can take only two values, 1 or minus 1. Got my point? The domain of this function is only two elements, 1 and minus 1. That's it. So just put the value of x equal to 1, f of 1 will come out to be half. And if you put x equal to minus 1, f of minus 1 will come out to be minus half. So the maximum of those is half. So answer will come out to be B for Bombay. Got my point? That if you substitute this type of if you apply this type of transformation, you should think in terms of these ideas also. Very good. Very good. So now this question, this is also a very fundamental question. In the previous years IIT have asked this question, asked a question from this concept only, minimum 2 to 3 times. So we should remember this. if 1200 square centimeter of a material is available to make a box with a square base and an open top. Okay, so what is the situation here? That we have a square box. This is a square base, and this is a box. It's open, it's open. That is okay. Now after that, what we have been given, with a square base, open top, if largest possible volume of this box is 4n cube, then you need to find the n. Okay, what we have been given, this is a square base, so this is a, and let the height of this box is equal to h. Now the surface area, which is given to me as 1200 centimeter square, surface area of this box will be area of base plus area of the four sides, because there is no roof, so a roof cannot be counted. So surface area of the box will be equal to, area of base is a square and area of face is ah, and there are four faces, so it will be 4ah. Got my point? A square plus 4h is the area of the face, surface area of the box. Now a square plus 4ah is given to me as 1200 centimeter square. Now what we need to do, we need to find the maximum possible volume. Okay, so let's just write the function of volume. Volume is base into L into B into H, length into breadth into height, or area of base into height. You can use any formula. Now we need to maximize this expression. So for maximization or minimization, what we should do, we should convert this expression in one variable, either in a or in h, as you wish. As I can clearly say, the value of h can be easily find out, so I am substituting the value of h in terms of a. Got my point? So this will becomes 4ah equal to 1200 minus a square, and h will come out to be 1200 minus a square upon 4a. This is the value of h. Now to put the value of h here, I will get the function of volume. So volume function becomes a square into 1200 minus a square upon 4a. I think everybody must have got the answer. Yes or no? Got the point? Now if you can cancel a to a, and volume function, take 1/4 outside, volume function becomes 1200a minus a cube. This is the volume function. Now you can easily maximize or minimize volume. So since volume is a function of a, I am differentiating volume with respect to a and equating it with 0. Okay, because maxima minima occurs for a differentiable and continuous function at the points where derivative is 0. Got my point? So dv by dA is 0, so it will come 1/4 is constant, 1/4 is constant. It will come out to be 1200 minus 3a square, 0. So from here a will come out to be 20 or minus 20, but since we are talking about the sides of a figure, it cannot be negative. Very good. Got my point? So a is 20. So the a is 20. If a is 20, what will be the value of h? 1200 minus 400, 800 by 80. H will come out to be 10. If a is 20, then height of the figure will come out to be 10. You can easily calculate it by the putting in the equation. Now we need to find the volume. So volume of function is equal to a square h. So it will come out to be 4000 centimeter cubic centimeter. Okay, now this volume can be written as 4n cube. This volume can be written as 4n cube. Very good. So n will come out to be 10. Therefore the answer will be 10. It was a subjective type question, integer type question, I would say. Got my point? That n will come out to be 10. So students, these were the questions that we need to discuss. A lot of interesting questions we have discussed today. You must revise them after in the evening again. These are very important problems. So this is our Instagram handle @Unacademy JEE official. You can follow this page to get the notification about relevant updates from the IIT JEE. And just join this group on the Telegram. Install that Telegram app and type in your browser tinyurl.com/JEE live chat. got it? And join this group, because 30,000 plus students have joined this group, and you can avail all the PDF and relevant information about IIT JEE is also available here. So you can easily use these lectures and PDFs for your preparation of IIT JEE. Now let's talk about Unacademy subscription. This is Unacademy is the best platform in India to prepare for IIT JEE. There is no doubt in that. Got my point? And there are some features which make it the best. The first feature is live classes. Students, during live class, your focus and concentration is that ratio, that percentage is very high. So you should always go for live classes for preparing for exam like IIT JEE, and you can interact with your educator, obviously, so that if you missed any step, or if you missed any manipulation, you can rectify that problem on the spot only. And there are also the feature of live polls and leaderboard. This is a very important feature. The idea, the need of speed with accuracy, that skill can be easily acquired and nurtured by this feature only. If you regularly use this feature, your speed with accuracy will automatically increase. Got my point? And there is test series. We offer you test series for India level, so that you can check that where do you stand in that competition. And the live doubt clearing session, we also offer you doubt sessions, which are a must for IIT JEE aspirant, and it is a double star feature of our Unacademy subscription. Got my point? That you can easily get your doubts cleared via these doubt clearing sessions. So this is our platform. Already 60 plus educators are here. Once you subscribe to the platform, you can use any of the you can watch any of the educators video. There is no constraint on that. Got my point? Okay, now let's talk about how to join Unacademy. Very simple. Just install the app, make your profile, set your goals to IIT JEE, and click on the get subscription button. Once you click on it, this window will pop up, and here are the plans: 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. You can avail any of those, but I will recommend you long time plans, because there is a recent drop in the price of 2-year plan. It has come down to 32,400 rupees only. So education has become very affordable for anyone in India now. So to avail these prices, you need to use this referral code UMESHLIVE. That will avail you the discount of 10% on your subscription value. So use the referral code UMESHLIVE to get the subscription and get the discount on the subscription. So let's see you guys in the class. And those of you who have not joined the Unacademy JEE English channel, just join it, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon to get the notification. Do share this video with the tag #JEELive daily, and link to the PDF for corresponding to this lecture will be in the description box. And these are our YouTube channels: Unacademy NEET, Unacademy JEE, Unacademy Foundation, and Unacademy JEE English. So let's crack it, students. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.